Hey, this is Jay Fly coming to you with Over the Hill with a special review. All right, we have the Smith& Wesson Equalizer. And then I already have opened it up, have taken it to the range, and put a red dot sight on it also. So we have the Hollison red dot sight on it. So, hey, here we go. So, yeah, let's open it up now. Let's see what it looks like. All right. So, we do have just the firearm right here. All right. All right. Check it to make sure it's clear. No magazine, no rounds at the chamber. All right. Firearm is clear. All right. Um, set this to the side a little bit there. All right. Now, one thing I did like about the Equalizer is the magazines. Right? They gave you 3 different magazines, and me, it's all about comfort. Yeah, sometimes you will want the magazine that has the most rounds, but that magazine could be your backup round, your second mag to go to. You know what I'm saying? So I like the fact that they did offer and put in there 3 different sizes of magazines. This magazine here is going to be a 10 round magazine. This one here is going to be your 13 round magazine. And then this one here is going to be your 15 round magazine. All right. Ugh. All right. So I did install this red dot sight on there. See, I'm a big fan. I'm never a big fan of name brand things when it comes down to my firearm. I kind of find things that works, that doesn't break the bank. Um, I would buy items, accessories, and things like that, and test them out. And if they hold up, they hold up. You know, and that's what I would run with. 'Cause sometimes you can find some good products that's not very expensive and things like that. But you know, like I said, I'm not big on just name brand, pushing name brand, things like that. Also, you know what I'm saying. But when I first purchased this red dot sight, um, I was like, okay, it's kind of expensive on the expensive side for me, but you can find something that's way more expensive than this. So I was like, yeah, I'll test it out and everything and stuff. So we needed something that had a easier um, slide, to rack the slide. And I did some homework, and they said, well, the Equalizer, Smith& Wesson is the way to go. They said this firearm here. Um, is the way to go when you want a easy slide. So I was like, well, okay, I'll try it out and everything, and see what it does and everything, how I feel in the hand and how it works for us and stuff like that. And when I first grabbed it, I was like, okay, it feels pretty good in the hands and stuff. And so I went to go pull the slide, and when I pulled the slide, I was like, oh my goodness. It is what it they said it was. Easy to pull back. It was like anyone that does have like arthritis or have problems with their hands and have problems racking the slide. Um, I highly recommend looking at the Equalizer. Um, they did a wonderful job on it. Even the serrations, they have a serrations on it is very good that you can get a good grab on them. But I like that these two back ones here extends out just a little bit to where you can just grab it. It extends out just a little bit, so you're able to grab it. So I was like, okay, okay. Not a big fan of the hand safety. Not a real big fan of the hand safety. So Smith Wesson, if you come up with a upgrade version, um, give us the option to have the no hand safety and maybe a trigger guard safety on it, a trigger safety, external safety, things like that or whatever. The trigger pull on it is wonderful. It's very nice. Um, ambidextrous safety, you can't go wrong with that. You know, for some of the people that need to shoot left-handed, things you can, still have a safety, stuff like that. Um, all around, just on the gun itself, uh, the only downside I just didn't, that it's gonna be that I'm just not a big fan of a hand safety. You give me a trigger safety and I'll be ready to go. Just the main thing. Now, this is kind of like a two-in-one review. That's why I brought in the red dot sight. You know, um, once I looked down the glass on it and put it on there, I looked down the glass. It's like, oh my goodness, it's a very nice glass. And sometimes you get what you pay for. And I guess in this instance, this is a very well put together red dot sight for this firearm. It came together very nice and stuff like that. My wife loves shooting it. It's a very easy shooter. It's not rough on the recoil. Everything is manageable. So, in all, I really think Smith and Wesson hit this one out the ballpark with the equalizer. The only downside to me is going to be the hand trigger, which I see some other videos. That's the main thing they talked about was mainly the hand trigger also. So let's do this here. Show you my hand grip with it in there. All right, so I have some decent hands. Whatever. So for low profile, you see, that's your low profile right there. Low profile. All right, that's gonna be your 10 round mag. All right. All right. Now which one is this here? This is gonna be your 13 round. 13 round mag. I like that. 13 round mag. I like that. I come out. Yeah. I like that. Locks back in place. Oh, I like that. Yeah. Yeah. 13. I like that. Yeah. I can run with the 13 all day. Yeah, I'm okay. They like with the 10, yeah, them three extra rounds can count, which would be one in the head also. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be four. Now, don't get me wrong, this 15 boy is nice. The 15 round boy, it's nice. If you got a meatier hand, if your hand's a little bit more meat, you know what I'm saying? Cause see, I still got some more in there, so don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? Um, I like that flush right there. To me, this gives me a feel of an extendo. Just give me a feel of an extendo. That's what it does. That's how it feels. See how this is so flush right there. It just meets my hand just right. You know, and then that's the extra one right there. See how much more you see, but that's some extra rounds right there. And I guess in my mind, I will run mainly with the 13 round mag. Um, Yeah, I normally run probably with the 13 round mag and make the 15 my backup. So if I run through 13 and I need to go to a 15, oh my goodness, we got some issues. You know what I'm saying? So, but in all, I like it. I like the firearm. Firearm is very a very easy shooter. A very easy shooter. Um, Once again, if they come up with something without the handguard, I will be purchasing more. Very good firearm. Red dot sight was easy to install, um, easy to bore sight and get it into their stuff. It's a very nice red dot, um, and the glass is just like it's just very freaking clear, and the dot is nice. It's not one of them dots that's overpowering and things like that, or it's too dull where you can't see it. It has a spot where it's just right, and if you ask me, it looks pretty freaking cool. Also, all together. You know, just the whole package looks pretty cool if you ask me. So, but yeah, yeah. Like I say, we have took this firearm out to the range, and so we do have some range time with it. All magazines function, and we did run at least. I want to say we ran at least 100 rounds through it. At least 100 rounds went through it, and it ran real good. So this is a high recommended for me for beginner shooters, people who have issues with their hands. Um, yeah, yeah, they did a very good job. I believe that they did something different because it's not just a regular striker fire. So, for as that, if you want to get deeper into that, there's other videos online that can get in deeper into the difference of the internals. But from my understanding, the internals, what they changed, what made it easier to be a slide and an easier shooter. So, takedown is pretty okay also. Uh, but in all, if you're a beginner shooter, always go get you some training, and things like that. So before you get to shooting and buying guns, so you can find something that's good for you. Hopefully on the first round, and then you can build up on that. So the price point was pretty, it was okay. But it's a good gun. I think it's a shooter. It really is. I enjoy shooting it. My wife enjoys shooting it. Everybody in our group shot it, and it's a pretty good shooter. The red dot sight is awesome, and things like that. The wicked shape works perfect. Um, Beautiful glass. So I can't say too much more about this setup. It's just a wonderful, nice little setup here. So, all right, folks. At the end of the day, y'all have a great day. All right.